going on, my peoples? What's good? Coming to y'all real late tonight, man. Just had some things on my mind I wanted to get off, some things on my chest I wanted to get off. As y'all see, the title is Putin Checkmates the World. And the reason why I titled it that is because he has checkmated the world. I'm not the best chess player in the world, and I know it's a lot of other people that's not great chess players, but understand somewhat of the game, of how to play it, even if they're not good at it. You got the king and the queen. You got your pawns, you got your rooks, knights. This man, keep in mind, y'all, give y'all a quick little history lesson. Russia was once called Soviet Union. So Ukraine was once in the fold of the Soviet Union. In 1991, when Russia went bankrupt, the economy collapsed, everything basically turned upside down, countries decided to go on their own, like Ukraine, some other countries. So this man then had 30 some odd years or more to plan this. Now, Putin is a KGB former member. He was an intelligence officer. So if anybody know anything about our CIA or any spy agency, what I think United Kingdom is MI6 or some shit like that, which Mission Impossible is based off of, and 007 and all that. So anybody know anything about intelligence, their whole goal is to gather information, cause disruption. How can I say this? Like cause. If they're trying to get rid of a certain president of a certain country, they'll send the CIA in, or these different spy agencies and intelligence agencies to cause sow dissent amongst the people. Just cause some bullshit so they don't have to actually go and murder this man or woman. So their whole job is to be think tanks. That's basically what a spy is, a think tank. So Putin is a think tank. So fast forward to where we at now. Our media is telling us, oh man, Putin crazy. Putin doing erratic things. Putin health might be in question. Putin. But what they not telling you is what I just said. The man is a former KGB officer of intelligence. The man's a think tank. The man just didn't wake up one day and say, oh, I'm gonna take over this country. This shit was already plotted out. You understand? He had 30 some odd years to put this together, man. And it's a video. I got it on my YouTube saved. I don't know how long YouTube gonna keep it up, but they got the whole video of Putin talking. It's in subtitle because I don't understand Russian, but I can read subtitles. And that man talked for an hour and some change and explained why he about to do what he about to do. And basically what he was saying was United States and NATO, which is France, Germany, all the European powers, plus America, is getting too close to Russia. If NATO and America get a hold of Ukraine and put them into the NATO, bring them into the NATO, that means they can set up bases, set up missiles, possibly set up even nuclear shit to point at Russia. Now, Ukraine is in Russia's backyard. Like I just told you, that was once part of Russia. So, in a nutshell, yeah, he spoke for an hour because he talked about the history of Russia. He basically broke everything down to a science, man. The man is very intelligent. The man is not erratic. The man is not off his rocker. yeah, Nate, but it's no different than the United States going into Muammar Gaddafi, rest in peace to that brother, going into his country, killing him, going into Iraq, killing Saddam Hussein. You don't think they killed? You don't think they bombs killed when they drop bombs on these countries? You don't think them bombs hit kids and women? So this is part of war, unfortunately. So basically, like I'm saying, man, Putin basically detail of why he doing what he doing is the fact that they getting too close. Backyard. It's like Crips and Bloods, Pyrus. You know, if it's a gang that represent a street and they start taking over different streets, that's once was, or not once, but it's part of a gang, that's a different gang. They gotta stand up and fight, man, and hold down their street. Unfortunately, and that's gonna be bloodshed. That's gonna be innocent lives being taken because it's gonna be gunfire. But they gotta hold down their street because that's one gang getting closer to their backyard. So if y'all can't understand that from a military science or a chessboard type of game, this is chess, man. That man gotta defend you. That man gotta go take over Ukraine. If United States and NATO get their way, that's going to be too close to Russia, and Putin ain't going for it. So that's why this war is not going to end no time soon. They trying to laugh. Our media is trying to make it like, oh, they fumbling and bumbling. They supposed to have been and took over Ukraine. Ukraine is a country of millions and millions and millions of people, yo. One city alone got millions of people. He only amassed, what, 700,000 troops. He doing it with less than 1 million troops. So he's not gonna be able to take over no country in no couple of days. So they're trying to make it like, oh, just because United States ran in Iraq, Iraq is nowhere near the size of Ukraine in population. And when they went into Muammar Gaddafi's country in Africa, I can't think of the name off the top of the head right now, but it was in Africa. You understand? So yeah, they was able to go in there and ramshack them little countries real quick. So at the end of the day, it's going to take some time for them to do what they need to do. But he's not going to let up. Period. Because if y'all know anything about history, when Cuba, I don't know if y'all ever heard of the Cuban Missile Crisis. Google that. And that'll educate you real quick about how we was almost at World War III back then with Russia. Russia got cool with, rest in peace to the brother, man, the former dictator of Cuba. I can't think of his name right now. Fidel Castro. Shout out to the one person who came into the room. Fidel Castro and Boris, I believe, not Kojo, because that's the actor dude, but it's the Russian czar or dictator at the time. And I know his name was Boris, not Boris Yeltsin, something Boris. But he got cool with Fidel Castro and they was going to link up together and put missiles pointed at the United States. Cuba is like less than 90, I think it's like 70 something miles from Florida. So from Cuba to Florida is like 70 something miles. That's nothing. And at the time, John F. Kennedy was the president. He was a young president. And the Russian president or czar or emperor or whatever you want to call him, dictator, was testing John F. Kennedy to see if he had the nuts, basically, to tell Russia, y'all gonna have to get up out of Cuba or it's gonna be World War III. So we was close to going to World War III back in 1960s. And it was called the Cuban Missile Crisis. So it's no different than what Russia is feeling right now by NATO and America setting up shop or trying to set up shop via Ukraine in Russia's backyard. He's not going for that, man. Period. Y'all can cry and, oh, and this is wrong, and War is war. It is what it is. He got to protect his territory. He has to. If he don't, Russia falls. Because Ukraine and Russia, that's too close. If they put nukes, if they set up troops, if they set up military bases and missiles and all that, Russia can possibly fall, because now they're going to put Navy vessels, submarines. They're going to control the air. It's just going to cause Russia to put more resources that they really probably don't have right now to be doing all that. So this is some military science type of shit. So I know everybody in their emotions, oh, kids is dying, women and kids. Hey, man, this is war. Do you understand war? This is how it go. Unfortunately, United States wasn't built on people being nice. The United States was built on war. They came in, they slaughtered the Native Americans, they took us from Africa, enslaved us, put us out for free labor. They killed and destroyed everything that got in their way. For anybody who might not know, United States is the first ones to ever, only ones to ever drop a nuclear bomb on somebody, and that was Japan. They dropped a nuclear bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Ever. And this was when World War II was going on, when Japan was siding with Germany, which was Hitler at the time. See? I don't know if they teaching y'all this. I don't know if these kids know this. I don't know if y'all understand that y'all going off y'all emotions of who y'all don't like. Oh, we don't like Putin. Do your research. Google the video of Putin talking and laying out why he doing what he doing. Just Google Putin. It's gonna come up if it's still on YouTube, and listen to it. Look at the subtitles. Read it. That man telling you why he doing what he doing. But our media is trying to convince us he's wrong. He's not wrong. At the end of the day, it's war. It's his country. And then the second thing that I want to point out is, and is the reason why I said that he has checkmate the world, is because Russia is in the top 5 of oil producing countries. Number 1, I believe, is Saudi Arabia. Number 2 is Russia. 3, Iraq. 4, Kuwait. And I forgot the 5th one. But they the Saudi Arabia, Russia. Number 2 in oil producing. So right now, what United States is doing, and NATO, which is the France, Germany, all the other European countries, what they're trying to do is trying to starve out Russia. The oligarchs. Oligarchs, if y'all don't know what oligarchs mean, it's like if China came over the United States, our oligarchs would be Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, you know, all the rich people. That's basically what an oligarch is. A rich person. So all they're doing is trying to squeeze the oligarchs. Like they just seized one of the richest oligarchs of Russia. They seized this yacht, I think worth like $600 million, some crazy number like that. And right now, you know, they starving out the country by putting all these sanctions. They can't do bank transactions and, you know, anything with money. It got to be hand to hand, basically. If you ain't got no bread, like paper money, which their shit is called ruble, which is RUBLE. That's what theirs is called. Ours is the US dollar, China's is the yen, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? But theirs is called ruble. They saying right now on the stock market, their money is trading, it's only worth 1 cent. So basically what they trying to do, like I said, is starve the country out. Starve all the oligarchs around, you know, different parts of the country, different parts of the world, basically. So that's what they're trying to do money-wise, to have people like, hold up, Putin, you tripping. I got to eat. I got to pay my bills. I got to get my heat. I got to have my car. I got to have my medicine for my mom, blah, blah, blah. So they can turn the people against Putin. Because, you know, when people money get low and people money get funny, we all know how that goes, especially in the black community. Money get funny, people get funny with you. No matter how low you think they is to you. That money get funny, they'll show you their true colors. So that's what they're trying to do currently right now. And the reason why I say he checkmated the world, because they number 2 in oil producing. Right now, Russia is exporting and making $100 million a day as we speak. So that what we in day 9 of the war, that man that made $900 million, not including the money he already had stacked up from the deal that he got with China. He made a deal with China where he was going. They also a coal producing country. So China made a deal with them, which is in the billions, to buy coal from Russia. China made a deal to buy coal from Russia. So that man, if y'all know anything about Tupac, when Tupac said on a song, which he was talking to Jimmy Henchman, and he was like, remember you said don't go to war unless I got my money right? Now I got my money right. Now I want war. You think that man, all these sanctions don't mean shit. That man didn't already prepare what he need to prepare to have the money to take care of what he need to take care of. And he done made $900 million since the war started. We're in the 9th day of the war, I believe. And they saying that he is making, the country of Russia is making $100 million a day. So what United States want to do, and the European countries, and the president of Ukraine is crying, they want all the countries of the European NATO alliance, along with United States, to basically not import oil from Russia. So this is why I'm saying he has checkmated the world, because everybody needs oil for gas and other things, man. If you pluck Russia, let's say they turn the spigot off, as they say, and say, you know what, nobody's gonna buy oil from Russia because we're gonna sanction that. We're gonna put a sanction on it where you cannot buy oil from Russia. All right, cool. So that leaves Saudi Arabia, that leaves Kuwait, Iraq, and I believe Iran is on there. That's the 5th one, I believe. By taking Russia out of that oil producing situation, keep in mind, Europe depends solely, their oil and natural gas is solely dependent on Russia. Germany, France, all them over there, Great United Kingdom, all them over there, they depend on Russia's oil and natural gas. So if they make that move, they're going to be chopping off their own feet, their own hands. Our economy is already weak. We was locked down for 2 years. Gas, I'm in Michigan. Gas for regular is $4.09. If this war continues and they do what they're going to do with the gas and cut it off and people can't buy it, countries can't buy it and purchase it, that means it's going to put more pressure on the other countries to produce more oil and gas, which is not going to happen. It's impossible. So at the end of the day, that means it's going to be a problem, basically, because you're going to have the world demanding, especially Europe, demanding oil and gas. And people going to, right now it's still cold, so people can freeze. If it get hot, let's say it go on to the point where it get hot, people going to, you know what I mean? People need their oil, man, and natural gas to heat their homes or cool their homes. They need gas to get to work. So that's why I'm saying this man then checkmated the world, man. Because, yeah, they can do that. They're not going to, see, what they not going to do, they're going to sanction that man from the bread. They're trying to go fuck with the oil. But what they not going to do is go fuck with Russia. Because Russia is a nuclear power, a.k.a. superpower. That man can push a button and blow some shit up. You understand me? So this thing can get real tricky. So all this, let's love Ukraine. Let's do this for Ukraine and blah blah blah. And Putin is the new Hitler and he's a bad guy and blah blah blah. Okay. If y'all don't get out y'all feelings and understand that shit ain't got nothing to do with y'all, let that man do what that man gonna do. Period. Let that man gonna do what he gonna do. Because if anybody get involved, United States or any of them NATO countries, all hell gonna break loose. They cut the oil, okay, they're gonna be chopping off their own foot. They're gonna fuck their own economy up. Plus ours. Who right now, who can sustain months on end of paying for $6, $7 regular unleaded gas, man? Filling up their cars and all that. Come on, man. That's going to affect everything. Amazon, everything that has to do with transportation, flights. Niggas going to be paying, niggas think they're going to be going to Florida for them little cheap ass tickets. It's going to cost you some bread to get on them planes if this shit continues. You're going to be paying $1,000 just to go to Baltimore, nigga. To the person who came into the room. So at the end of the day, man, this oil and gas shit is real. So that's why I'm saying he has checkmated the world. So even if they cut the money off. All right, cool. They cut his bread off. He got the money. He making it right now. He done made, like I said, 900 million in 9 days. He making 100 million a day selling oil. So let's say United States and all the other countries say, all right, man, let's cut his oil off. That's going to be them cutting off their own hand and feet. Everybody's economy is tied in. This is a world economy, man. Everybody is linked. So if one falls, they all fall. It's like pulling a string on a sweater and you keep pulling that bitch and then you know the whole sweater gone. So I don't think y'all understand how serious this shit is and how they trying to spin in the news like, Putin is crazy. Putin got bad health. Putin is this. No, Putin is a former KGB member. A think tank. This man that had 30 years to plan this shit, man. Y'all, and he linked up with China. Yes, by China being silent, what should that tell you? All the other countries in the world is telling y'all, hey, that's wrong what they doing to Ukraine. China the only ones who say they ain't saying shit. They're not saying nothing. Why? Because they in bed with Russia. This is what we have to understand, man. Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, all them little rogue ass countries, man, is linking up. And we have a weak ass president. We have a weak ass president. It's like sharks, man. It's like in the hood. I'm in Detroit, man. I'm riding around right now in my car. I gotta pay attention. I gotta let it. If a nigga slide up on me in the car and see what he on, and I don't properly position myself to let that person know I'm not playing, that I got something in this car, then they can smell fear, smell blood, and they might carjack a nigga. So that's what these other countries is seeing from our president. He's weak. If Trump was in office, regardless of how y'all feel about this man, get out your feelings. Y'all know damn well this shit wouldn't be happening if Trump was in office. Period. They just allow motherfuckers to be in their feelings. Shout out to Courtney. Courtney said West Side. West Side. That's where I'm on. The West Side, the best side. So at the end of the day, come on, man. We in bad shape right now. So that's why I'm saying this man has checkmated the world, because if the world say, they're already saying cut his money off. So they didn't sanction everything. All the banks, we ain't doing no business with Russia, all that. So they didn't fucked all that up. Okay, cool. The man already had the money already saved up, man. And he making money right now. He got a deal with China with the coal. He already making $100 million a day selling oil. He don't need that bread, man. He's straight. They'll be all right. So let's say they, like I said, they go to step 2. Man, let's cut the oil. Don't nobody buy oil from Russia. Let's cut that shit off. Everybody's economy is gonna suffer. We fuck around might end up in a depression, like for real, like in the 1930s when they had a Great Depression, when motherfuckers was eating soup and in soup lines. Like, y'all don't understand how serious this shit is, man. Because like I said, them the only options they got. Because ain't nobody gonna go fuck with Russia. Well, all them countries linked up They still not gonna fuck with Russia, because soon as Russia bristled up, like how Putin told them, hey, if y'all get involved, shit gonna go left, basically. I'm paraphrasing, but basically that's what he's saying. So that's why right now, why he bombing the country, he doing all kind of shit, bombing hospitals, ain't nobody doing nothing but just crying. Like, please come help us, or please y'all somebody come. Because at the end of the day, if anybody go over there, United States, whoever go over there, that man fuck around and push that button, that's nuclear war. And eventually China gonna get in it, and you know who China gonna side with? China got some shit. North Korea got some shit. Iran got some shit. Y'all just don't know, man. This United States is, and all these other countries, man, yeah, they got shit too. Don't get it twisted. I'm not gonna shit, but I'm just saying, like, we gotta understand, like, it's like two bullies. If you got two bullies on the block, man, come on now. Matter of fact, fuck two bullies, two killers. Killers recognize killers. So at the end of the day, they gonna basically either piece it out or be like, all right, because they already know I'm a killer, he a killer. Hey, this thing gonna end up in death for real. Somebody gonna get messed up, man. And that's Russia, United States, man. Russia holds the most nuclear weapons. Russia has more nuclear weapons than United States. They hold the most nuclear bombs. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Y'all might want to, like I said, rethink how y'all seeing the situation. I'm not saying jump on Putin team, but as y'all see, the Ukrainians ain't no different than here in the United States. Because y'all see how they treating the Africans. They treating the Africans like shit. So that's why I posed the question, is Ukraine a racist country? Because they treating them like shit. So we might be clapping for some people who don't really like us. You understand? So y'all enjoy y'all night. I just wanted to touch on that. I wanted to just try to put something in the air and make y'all think, like, man, this, if anybody come across this video, if anybody chess players, think about it, man, how this man moving. And our government trying to make it like, oh man, he's crazy. They do that with every leader. Think about it. Muammar Gaddafi, oh, he's crazy. Come to find out, Muammar Gaddafi was trying to come off the US dollar system and go back on the gold system. And he had the most gold reserves. So what United States do? They figure out a way to get in the country to bomb it, to kill him. Now they hoard all the gold. And they put their puppet leaders in that they feel like that's going to toe the line for them. And that's what they did to their country. Same thing with Iraq. Oh, Saddam Hussein is crazy. He got weapons of mass destruction. Blah, blah, blah. Come to find out that shit wasn't even happening. That shit, rest in peace to Colin Powell. They had Colin Powell up there lying. No, that man didn't have no weapons of mass destruction. They just want to annex the country to get the oil, man. This shit is deeper than what y'all be seeing, man. Y'all got to do y'all due diligence, and also y'all got to basically look at our media from a prism, from a different prism. Like, we can't look at it like, oh yeah, they telling us the truth. They telling us lies. All right? So y'all enjoy y'all night. Peace.